Hey, Steve here. Just since I did the last video on the RPM percent bot and how it works on following the prices in, and if the price movement is what we've set, in this case we're looking at a price movement of at least 20%, then that's going to be a horse to qualify. Now, I've done a couple of things here I've noticed in the last few days, and I just want to bring it to your attention. We notice that if we bet further out, and this in this example, we're using 2 hours before a race, so 120 minutes out from a race, our bot will register every price of every horse in that race, and then it will come back. In this case, it'll come back 10 minutes before the off. So what we're going to do is we don't want to get mixed up in the last, panicking, rushing from when a race is about to start. We have 10 minutes of feverish betting where heaps of money comes in, the traders come in and out. In these two strategies I'll show you now, we are trying to avoid that. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to look at the price at 2 hours out, and then at the 10 minute before the jump, we make our decisions, or the bot makes its decisions. Have the horses, any horses, move 20% or more in price? If they have, then that's going to be our bet, and we're betting level stake. Okay, so that's, keep that in mind. We're just level staking on this one. And we have two options. Our two options I want to compare is we're having a single bet. So the lowest price, if there's two horses that qualify, two horses that have moved 20% or more and are in the odds range that we want, then it is going to bet the lowest price one, the lowest odds one, because we've got single bet ticked. And I'll show you after this one where we've got it unticked. And so it will bet any horse in the odds range that is 20% or more in price, in movement, in price movement. So if we look at the first one, I call it strategy 20 because I have some settings below, so I need to correlate for you. So in the 6 days here, betting the single bets, if a horse was 20% increase better in price, so it's steamed in 20% or more, and it's between the odd range, which is between 3 and 30. That's the odd range that we set. If a horse fits in there, then it's going to be a bet. And single bets, as I mentioned, if there's two horses, the lowest odd horse has been backed in this case scenario. So in the last 6 days, basically we've had 66 bets, 5 winners for a £12 profit, so 18% return on investment and only a strike rate of 8%. But have a look at our average price winners is £16.38 in the odds. We can see we had a big day there on the 21st, some losing days, and as I said, that's our £12 profit. But in strategy 21, what we've done is now is we're going to accept any horses that have moved more than 20% and are in the odds range between 3 and 30. And you may think now over 6 days, and one of them was a public holiday Sunday with lots of racing, that we would end up with heaps more bets in this 2 hours to the 10-minute break. Well, we actually only got 13 more bets. So we've got 79 bets over those 6 days that qualified. So we got 7 winners. But we made £43 profit on our outlay of £79. So 55% return on our investment and a 9% strike rate. And our winning price did increase to £18.40, our odds. We can see we had 4 winning days, 2 losing days. So what's this telling us about the movement between that from the 2-hour mark to the 10-minute mark? Well, what I'll show you now is the same 6 days, but with a little bit of a difference. So what we're doing now is we're looking at those same 6 days from the 2-hour mark, but we're going down to the 10-second mark. Okay, so we look at the prices 2 hours out, and then the bot looks at the price with 10 seconds to go. And the first thing that strikes me, and should strike you, is the huge increase in bets. We've gone from 79 bets to 312. So that means in that last 10 minutes that I showed you just before, we've had 200 240 horses that have come in 20% or more in that last 10 minutes than in the whole um, 110 minutes before that point. So that's not yard money, that's not in the know money, that's traders trading in and out of positions, the public on course or at home, I should say, betting, hearing the commentator saying, "Oh, such and such has moved in 2 points," and they're jumping in and they are following the money. We are following the money in those first two strategies, but before the crowd gets in, before the Me Too people want to move in and be on that horse. So we can see there we had 312 bets, 46 winners. So we had a 15% strike rate. So our strike rate's gone up a bit more. So you're thinking there might be a bit in there. But our return on investment is 18%. So it's down a little bit. And our profit for our 300 odd pounds outlay, we've made £55 profit over those 6 days. And we can see we've had 3 winning days and 3 losing days. So you can see there's a lot of money has come in that 10-minute period just before the race. In this next one, I'll just show you here. I don't have one from 10 minutes to the 10 seconds, but I do have a strategy I've been running that is 15 minutes out to 30 seconds before the off. Same settings. They've got to move by 20%, and the odds are between 3 and 30. Okay, and we can see there that we've had the 206 bets, 29 winners, and we've actually lost money in those betting in that period from 15 minutes to the 32nd. We've lost money. We've lost £8.40 on our £200 spend. And you can see our average winning odds £7.22. So that's dropped dramatically as well. So from a business point of view, rather than an entertainment point of view, doing 2 hours out to the last 10 minutes before the off is a more profitable way, less bets, and the returns are quite good, and the odds are quite. So I've made a PDF that you can download and get these strategies. So if you've got our RPM percentage bot, then you can just plug these settings into the bot to use the strategies I've just shown you. If you want to do it manually, you could still use these settings, but it just means you've got to follow every race. Go to the race 2 hours before, write down the prices, and go from there. It's a long way of doing it, whereas we've got a bot that can do it for you automatically. You don't even have to be anywhere near the computer. And like I'm in Australia, it does all my betting at night when I'm fast asleep. So I don't even have to be awake to make some money using the RPM percent bot. So thanks for watching. And as I said, I've got all the strategies here. So those 4 strategies that relate to those graphs, you can download the PDF and get those settings. So if you've got the bot, as I said, plug it in. If you haven't, you could do it manually. Okay, thanks for your time, and I hope this gives you some insight into what the RPM percent bot can do.